All right, guys, how's it going? Are you missing me? I'm on my travels at the moment. I'm in England, as most of you know, I think. It was my son's birthday at the weekend, so I took him to see a 50 Cent concert, and we had a really good time. I got him to meet 50 Cent afterwards as well, so we got some photographs and things like that. Just a nice little memory for him, you know. And it's a big deal for a dad, you know, making your kids happy and stuff like that. Whatever age they are, he's 24 now, he's Rob. We did a little stream on here before we went out, so I'd like to thank those of you that came along. You know, we do have a proper community on here, and everyone's like one big family and friends and everything, and it's really good fun. And without being too morbid, one day in the future, Rob will be able to look back at stuff like that when I'm not around, you know what I mean, and think about good stuff and good memories and that. So I'm enjoying my trip in England. It's a little bit colder than back home. No, I'm still here. I'm still working every day and everything. So I hope you're all okay. I wanted to talk to you actually about an article on the front page of coptalk.com. That's right. And the members website, of course. It's titled Liverpool Official Briefs Media Over January Transfer Plans. Now, maybe you haven't seen this, but basically this is going along the lines of a high-placed Liverpool official is briefing a number of journalists to state that the club has no plans to enter the transfer market in January unless forced to do so. That kind of like maybe sets the alarm bells ringing, like people are like, what are you talking about? But I'm not so sure that you should believe that, to be honest with you. It's claimed, now this particular club official is making this claim. They're claiming that Jurgen Klopp is happy with his existing squad, as Rafa Benitez would say, and that barring any serious injuries, the Liverpool manager believes he has the numbers to get through the remainder of the campaign without any major concerns. This, of course, is only the opinion of one club official. It's not the boss who is stepping up to say this. And while the club official is a senior one, his words could be just some bluff to try and throw journos and other clubs off what our actual intentions are. Now, can you hear the dog? There's a dog rolling around. Running around. Now, traditionally, it says here, more credible transfer rumours tend to appear on the third week of November onwards after key recruitment decisions are made internally ahead of the mid-season window. We would advise you keep an eye on what's being said and by whom later in the month, right? And you know I've been banging on about that for ages, and I say it every year. Usually around the third week of November, you start to get a little bit of decent, credible transfer news, I think. It depends who's saying it. It could still be the same rumours, but it's really important to see who's saying the things and where it's coming from when you trace it back. Meanwhile, Liverpool remain interested in Fluminense midfielder Andre, but are said to be concerned with something that has been fed back to the sporting director, Boy George, by the player's representative. I've given some opinion about that on the members website, so if you're on there, go and have a look on the go to the Executive Lounge Scouting Department and look for the Andre thread. There has been some, you know, there's all sorts of claims being made at the moment about Andre and our interest, but it's not really coming from people you should pay much attention to be honest with you. And I won't be too concerned about that at the moment. What I would say though is there is someone at the club that is speaking to a number of journalists trying to play down our intentions in January. We have to decide, is there any truth to that? Do you know what I mean? Is it just being put out there? I always think when someone comes out with a claim, right, you're the club official, right? And you go out and you want to convince people. So you go to the journalists that go, no, we're not doing anything in January, right? And they go, really? Go, yeah, Jurgen, he's happy with what he's got, but Jurgen's not stood there saying it. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of backs up what you might be claiming if you can convince the journalist. Does that make sense? Well, Jurgen, you know, he says he's happy. All right, okay then. It depends if you trust the official at the club. So the reason I'm making a video about this is that I think you should look out for you know, any suggestions like now, you know, because that claim has come out. So anything you might be reading at the moment, you know, today, this weekend just gone, this week coming, the rest of the month, look out for any downplaying. You know, if you've seen us linked with players and it's suddenly, no, Liverpool won't be doing that, or Liverpool officials baffled, by these claims. I've seen stuff like that surrounding the Andre stuff, so it kind of ties in a little bit. So that's what I personally will be doing. All right. So just look to see if you see any suggestions of any journalists going, well, Liverpool, they don't need to do anything in January. There's every possibility Liverpool might not do anything in January. January is a very difficult transfer window to negotiate and navigate because clubs don't want to lose players mid-season. It's difficult to bring, replacements in. So you're going to pay a premium, you're going to pay more money than you would in the summer, for example. But the good thing is the fun and games have started, right? And I think that ties in with the period that we're in. What date are we on? We must be on around the 14th. It's the 14th of November. So I think I usually say around the third week of November, you start to see a little bit more stuff going on. And it's interesting that we're starting to hear these little suggestions of, oh no, there won't be anything happening in January. So I wouldn't pay too much attention to any of the click at the moment, those low-ranking journalists that think they're important. I wouldn't pay too much attention to any of that at the moment. But give it a little bit longer and see who starts saying what. All right, that's what I would do. The Andre stuff is, there is a little bit of opinion on the members' website, but nothing concrete with regards what might be getting fed back to Boy George about things. But you might have seen some, suggestions that Manchester United have suddenly become favourites. But it's all a game. I enjoy it personally. And I like, chewing things over with you guys. All right. So, do we believe the Liverpool official? We will wait and see. Maybe Liverpool will do nothing, but I actually think that what this Liverpool official is saying, and the people he's saying to it as well, it's just doing that, like playing stuff down sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? So I think Liverpool are starting to do that typical, bit of bluffing and that, and maybe they want to get that vibe out to other clubs. You've got to remember that it's not just like mislead journalists or the supporters, right? Well, certainly they don't want to mislead the fans. But let's just say that some club that they're trying to negotiate with is playing difficult. Liverpool put that vibe out. We don't want to do anything anyway, really, in January. So more and more journalists start to put that. And this filters back to them clubs. And they've got to go, we need to be careful here. We might lose this deal. Sorry, I haven't been fighting or anything. Did you not believe it or not? Do you know what that's from? It's from me pants. Serious, girls, honestly, right? Listen, there must be like a metal bit on the inside of the pants. So every time I was going for a slash at that concert on Sunday night when I was I'd had a few. I was just putting my hand in my pants. It's difficult getting it out, girls. You know what I'm saying? And I think I kept cutting my hand on the. Don't matter. Not on me thingy. The pant. Look, I'll show you. No, it's all right. Maybe I should have just done. Doesn't matter. I don't even know how we got talk. Well, you can see it on that hand. Okay, so that's it. All right. There are other things that I'd like to talk to you about. Actually, there's a couple of transfer links that have come to my attention a little bit. You'll have seen them. I've got some thoughts about them, so maybe we'll talk about those tomorrow. I'm going out for some dinner with a friend of mine in half an hour, Ben. He's like my boy, you'll have seen him. In fact, he's in the Sugar Babes video, the one with the bald head and glasses, not the one that's mental. But I'm in my hometown, so he's coming. Wrong hand. I've got to cover the chins up. He's coming to pick me up. We're going for a bite to eat shortly, so I'm going to go and do that. What day are we on? It's Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, I'm here till Saturday. Right, that's it. That's all I've got for you. So just pay attention to any of the journalists, not the IT. We don't listen to anything they say anyway. But just look to see if you see any downplaying. Like Liverpool not interested in him, or Liverpool don't intend to do that. They've got the numbers and all that. No, I'm not convinced by this particular instance, this particular source. I think they're bluffing, and I think they may be using low-key journalists. What I mean by that is like not Joyce, not Ornstein, not the big guns. They're using the ones a little bit down the bottom of the fucking thing, because they're the ones that are desperate to make out they know what's going on. So they, like, if they drop like a little bit of info, if he or an official drops a bit of info to them that are down here, they want to get it out there. Oh, we've heard this. Think about it. They're going to report everything. Whereas if they say it to someone like Joyce or Ornstein, they'd probably go, I think that's a bit of bullshit. So they don't need to do it because they've got a high profile, right? If you're down the chain and some official says that to you, you're going to be like, got to get that out. Like, everyone there can see that I'm talking to you, but trust me, Dunk knows best. Keep an eye on it, guys. Look out for downplaying. Please leave me a comment. The comments are the most important thing, right? Because especially when I'm on my travels like this, because I'm like, not in the, you know, like, I'd just like to hear from you guys, is what I'm saying. I'd like to see what you're thinking. Have you seen anything in the news that's interesting you? Have you seen any downplaying of transfer links? Do you have any ideas? Do you believe it? Do you think, are you going to tell me, no, it's typical FSG, we won't do anything? Yeah, so do leave me a comment, because that like when I'm out with my mate tonight, you know, like there'll be a few of us, like, you know, when they're all talking and I'm going, all right, yeah, I can look at my phone and see what you guys are saying. Do you know what I mean? Please thumbs up the video, and if you really like the video, I'm not sure you did, hit the super thanks and buy me a beer, or if you're a Muslim, I don't like that, you just call it a coffee. All right then. All right, guys, I'll see you later, man. I'll be back with you tomorrow. I'll be well. Have a great time. Miss you guys, honestly, I really do.